welcome back to Jolty Plays. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. I've completed the story, so now we're just kind of working on raids and stuff that I haven't completed. One of them being the Bahamut raids. So we did the first and second coil in the last episode, and we're gonna complete the final coil here. And then we'll find out what other raids I need to finish, and we'll work on those. And we have Sov helping, not that you can hear him. But Sov is helping good. That's who Baki is up in the corner. Baki Magnamello is my friend Sov. He likes to helping good. You are helping good. Okay, we're gonna unlock the final coil. I think the third coil is the final coil. I don't think there's 4. And then I know one of the coils has, like, an extreme version. But not all 3. Only one of them has an extreme version. I don't know why they did it for only one of the coils. But yeah, they only did it for one of the coils. Man is wont to cast light wherever secrets lie held in darkness, though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alize, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Jolteon, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. You know what I didn't do? I didn't go to Goth Knight on my Tokine character. Tokine Neko is in a free company that has Goth Night on Saturdays at 10 o'clock my time. And I got into streaming and I completely forgot to go to Goth Night. Oh well. It only lasts about an hour, and it's almost midnight, so it's been over with for almost an hour. Oh well. Yes, Sov is helping you. Jolteon, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulty in my mission, Oriange, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats, even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the location of the fragments of Dalamud leading to the hulks, I have been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in your perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Niel Van Darnus unto his will. And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayest recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not but that Bahamut's other thralls shall seek to hinder thy passage. You can say his name, Oriange. I have not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, that the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Oriange. come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalamud. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Jolteon's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events in motion by virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis possible that she may do so again. The while, shall search for answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. By our efforts combined? Sorry. I know, it's not Captain Planet. It was worth a try. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny that what you say about Jolteon is true. Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Good. Now we seek entry to 2 fragments of Dalamud. One lies at the burning wall in eastern Thanalan, and the other at the singing shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for a means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful to us. Let us begin by visiting my man at the burning wall. Dex, I think it was. Okay, to the burning wall, I guess. Oh, Camp Dry Bones. I heard. I mean, that's usually what drives a cat is their tummy. I told you, you have a cat. It's supposed to be your neighbor's cat, but it is your cat. That's what you get for feeding it tuna. Yeah, tuna in water's the better of the tuna that you can give a cat. You really don't want to give a cat the one that's soaked in oil. It's actually really bad for them. Yeah, you definitely don't want to feed them the oil tuna. It's not good for them. I say, are you not Mistress Wilburn, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis? Madam, at your service. And may I say, what an honor it is to meet you. How goes the survey, Dex? Yeah, my lady, it shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus far proven impassable. I mean, I could just fly in there with the mount. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at the thing. Let us away to Mordona and try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Upon that note, my lady, there is something I must tell you. I am sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you... give me strength. We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Jolteon. I find it funny that she got their names flip-flop. She called him Dex when the one we're going to now is Dex. Eh? Oh, what is this? Sing me another song. What'll it be, Jolteon? You know, if you have a certain patron of mine's been itching to have a word with you. Our friend the Bard here. He says he needs inspiration that only an adventurer's tale could provide. Plain lacking in imagination, if you ask me, but he's not a bad sort. Wandering or not, he never tries to pay in song what he owes in copper. Jolteon, can it be you? You've outdone yourself since last we met, that much I've heard. They say you sojourned to Dalamud's shadow, yet live to tell the tale. I was in these parts at the time, and felt a disturbance in the aether. It was the White Raven himself, you say? Ah, no wonder. Tell me more, my good Jolteon. Recount to me your journey through the shadow. Take me there on the wings of memory and imagination. Oh, okay. This is gonna unlock basically the extreme version of that Bahamut coil. Your stirring tale has stirred me. Lo, I am as a cauldron bubbling fragrantly in the great kitchen of the castle keep, a stew of inspiration, a slew of verses. Listen to my good adventurer, and listen well, for the song I sing is of your tell. Yeah, I'm not reading the song. What say you? Is it not exactly how you told it to me? Ah, but you forget I am a poet. We read between the lines, rendering into words that which was left unspoken. Lest you wonder, I shall name this composition Shadow of the Raven. Second coil of Bahamut Savage, now accessible. Yeah, I don't know why they only do one of the coils of Bahamut on Savage, but they only unlock one on Savage. All the other raids similar to this all end up having all of them on Savage. Wait, that's not where I need to go. Where am I going? Thank you, adventure. For a moment there, I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I am relieved to see that you are unharmed. It was wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. Ahem, if it please you, I shall report on my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but that is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it, we are losing precious time. What are we to do now? 'Tis I, Oriange, glad tidings have I for thee and my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayest enter the remaining fragment of Dalamud. Pray escort Mistress Alizé to the cerulean processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. Meow? I don't know. Oriange has found a way. Then we must go to him at once. Alright. I think I've almost got the next coil unlocked, Sob. I know you're probably getting sleepy. You've been helping it a lot. Okay. Well, you're usually in bed by now, and it's the only reason and I don't know if you have to work tomorrow or not. Oh, yay! Well, maybe I can at least get you to help me finish the rest of this then. I can run the other raids with other people if I have to. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder, to my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanalan. Nor are you mistaken, my lady, yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past. At the conclusion of your several forays into the binding coil, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not? Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored? It need not, my lady. Pray allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ethereal egress. From this, we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. Thus did we labor long to verify the existence of further tributaries to the self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then but a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination, that one might reach what we may call the headwater. We propose to employ a modified aetherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. By focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey, yet be fairly warned, my lady, as with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost you your life. That is a risk I am willing to take. You are brilliant, Urianger. But I am curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help noticing your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using the majestic plural in our absence. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor. Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. I know who the other person is that he was... I mean, we've already run into him. It's kind of obvious. Oh look, this is one of my new mounts. Yeah, see, the only orange one out of all of the area. There's one orange one. So that must be the modified aetherite, but what are the immortal flames doing here? Those men may be sworn flames of Ul'dah, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Leveilleur. Alphino, so it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it is offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. Huh. We will speak later. Pray forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down... Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather, and when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea was grandfather's goal, and we made it ours, both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alisaie, but you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desired so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. See, this is what I was talking about. This whole thing gives Alisaie her resolve. It's no longer her grandfather's, but it is hers. To be plain, I have no objection to striking down whatever is left of grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Leveilleur, I would be present for his final moments. Very well, you may join us on one condition. I make the decisions. If it please milady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. I've been waiting for you, Mistress Wilburn. I am pleased to say that the Aetherites primed and ready. As you know, the remaining intrament hulks are connected to the fragment in eastern Thanalan and Mordona. It's to the former that we'll be sending you first. Now you'll be starting inside the hulk, meaning you won't have to cover so much ground. The drawback being that you'll be fighting for your life from the moment you get there. Best be prepared for anything, milady's sake, if not your own. And that's about all I can tell you. When your preparations are in order, just give me the word and I'll send you on your way. I may even throw in a prayer for your speedy return, just to be on the safe side. Final coil of Bahamut now accessible. Alright. Ready, stop. Well, let me know when you're done and I'll ready us up. You'd think they'd at least do the second coil and the final coil instead of just the second coil. Okay, bye, Bonnie. Good night, good night. Ow. Ready? Alrighty, here we go. So this is how it looked. So this is how it looks on the inside. This internment hulk still functions. The teleportation was a success. We are come to the right place. There is no telling how much further Bahamut has regenerated since we last beheld him. Let us make haste to the main bridge and deactivate the coil. There were receptacles similar to these in the previous hulk. Those held chimerical beasts, but only the Alligans know what other abominations may be sleeping within. They may well be part of Dalamud's internal defenses. We must stay on our guard at all times. Wait, where's my carbuncle? Apparently. The heck was that, Sov? Cutscene. Dragons. That is a cross between a cowdoll and a dragon. Yes, Sov is helping. By the 12 dragons, and so many. We were aware that the Alligans possessed the means to control the creatures, but to imprison them thus is barbaric. I would not wish such a fate upon my worst enemy. 'Tis plain that no love was lost between the Alligans and the dragons. But was it truly necessary to keep so great a number here? Dalamud did not want for defenses. This we have experienced firsthand. Such guardians as the Alligans created, both living and unliving, were surely no less capable of repelling intruders than these poor creatures. Tell me something, Alize. Have you not managed to determine by whose will Bahamut exists? No, I have not. At first I assumed Bahamut had no people of his own, that the Alligans had perhaps discovered a way to simulate prayer itself. However, Niall's words gave me cause to reconsider, Specifically, the Shade's mention of Bahamut's beloved children. From that, I inferred that the primal is given form by the will of worshippers whom we have yet to... Oh. God strike me down for a blind fool. Bahamut's beloved children, right there before my very eyes. How could I be so stupid? Who else but the dragons of Eld would summon Bahamut? Who else but they could sustain him? And to think, I wondered why the Alligans kept him imprisoned here. Even should the flame of Bahamut's life go out, his faithful children would summon him back. For this reason, the Allagan Empire kept an army of dragons here in a perpetual state of duress, that they might sustain the primal's existence. Truly, the Allagans' ingenuity knew no bounds, and neither did their cruelty. Small wonder that Bahamut was so enraged. Let no one deny that it was man who sowed the seeds of the calamity. Will you now turn your hatred towards our own kind, dear sister? Do not patronize me, Alphino. I merely acknowledge our guilt. Lest you be in any doubt, I have no intention of allowing Bahamut to lay the world to waste, regardless of the atrocities the Allagans committed against his kind. We have no choice but to eliminate all who worship him, be they his children or his thralls. It seems reasonable to assume that the system responsible for the primal's regeneration is also responsible for sustaining the captive dragons. If we disable it, all should perish. Let us press on. That is sad, though. All those dragons. Okay. Turn 2. What? I mean, if they still look exactly the same, they just change the colors, that's... I mean, they're still identifiable as what they were supposed to be. Anyway, are you ready for the second turn? This way? I guess we'll meet in the middle. Oh, look! We'll just meet in the middle again. Yeah. Oh. Yes, you are helping. I guess in this case it was a good thing we split up. Why, this looks like a model of Dalamud, yes. For millennia, Bahamut must have gazed at this unchanging view, trapped inside a prison that was scarcely large enough to contain him, unable to move, denied the release of death. How his hatred for man must have burned. And that hatred found an ideal vessel in Niall Van Darnus. In many ways, Bahamut is to be pitied, not loathed, but knowing the true extent of his fury, I am more convinced than ever of the necessity of our endeavor. Besides, his is not the only soul that cries out for vengeance. All right. Time for turn 3. Ready? Okay. Honey. I seriously should have done this raid a long time ago. Of course he does. Him needs attention too.
Gods, he is almost whole again.
Wow, to hear young Alize
His
again.
size is staggering. I can scarce imagine how Grandfather stood against such a monstrosity.
And Alphino sounds like he's stuck up again.
This cannot be allowed to proceed any further. Let us disable the coil and move on. Grandfather? No, that man is dead. I will not dishonor my beloved grandsire's memory by calling you such. You are but his twisted shape, the thrall of a mad primal.
You were foolish to disregard my warning, child. Are you so convinced of your own righteousness?
"'Tis the rightness of our path that led us to return. Eorzea will never be safe whilst Bahamut remains to threaten all we hold dear. What of the hero who gave his life in defense of the realm? Do you truly dispute the justice of our cause?
My poor, ignorant grandchildren. Your world is shaped by naught but recent conflict. Listen, and I will speak to you of justice. 'Twas in the twilight of the Third Astral Era. The southern land of Mericidia suffered invasion at the hands of the Alagon Empire. With no atrocity too depraved for their purpose, the forces of Alec were unstoppable in their advance. Desperate for salvation, the dragons prayed to one of their first brood, to their ancestor Bahamut. Infused by the power of their fervent supplications, Bahamut arose from the abyss of death and took wing as the Mericidians' newborn god. Yet this great miracle would only serve to further the maniacal designs of the dragon's imperial conquerors. The cruel fetters which bind my lord stand testament to the Alagon's boundless greed and hubris. I once summoned the 12 in an attempt to forestall the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. What then did the dragons of Mericidia do that I did not? Wherefore are they accursed and I exalted? 'Tis man's overweening belief in his own primacy that blinds him to the commonness of his condition and the truth of his own tyranny. As long as man is suffered to remain, the dragons shall never be at peace. Only when the plague of people has been expunged shall the children of Lord Bahamut be free. Then shall the world know true justice.
Stop it! Grandfather would never say such things. His belief that people were worth saving never faltered. He had faith in their strength, that they could stand together and push back against the darkness seeking to shape them.
A false hope. 'Tis folly to place one's faith in so flawed a race. Stand together? Huh. They would first need to agree on which direction to face. If history teaches us anything, it is that man cannot find common ground between his own 2 feet. Even you, twins whose veins run with the same blood, struggle to fathom each other's reasoning. You hide your differing agendas behind the convenient banner of Eorzea's salvation. Given your obvious self-interest, can you truly claim no kinship with the Oligarch? And though I hope they might bring you closer, 'twould seem that the twin grimoires I bestowed upon you were a wasted gesture.
There may well be truth in your judgment of Alize and me, but such a one-sided tirade bemoaning the evils of man rings false, coming from the lips of Archon Nuiswa. Tell me, do you champion the cause of dragons because Bahamut compels you as his thrall? Or is it because you yourself have transcended the limits of man's existence?
Ah, so the possibility did not escape your notice. What I prayed for, and what I have become. These are the keys that unlock the truth behind Eorzea's rebirth. If you would have them, then you must needs take them by force. Come, rend this divine form asunder and claim your answers.
But I thought... No. He has become a primal?
It is difficult, I know, but you must accept it. That entity is no phantom or imposter. It is our beloved grandsire.
Please, for his sake and for ours, you must defeat our grandfather.
The funny thing is that's the form that the event Phoenix took. Yeah. Well, that was quick. But yeah, the form of the Phoenix with the blue light, that's the event they gave us.
Grandfather is truly gone this time. But better it end this way than the alternative.
I am yet here, Alize, my dear, sweet granddaughter.
Grandfather?
I must thank you, warrior of light. Without your valor, I might never have broken free of Bahamut's control. These last few moments are mine, to live as the man I once was.
This is all that I wanted. Yet, now that it is happening, I find myself struggling to believe it. Is it really you?
Grandfather, pray forgive me my insolence. It was not my intent to demean you.
Forgive you? I am proud of you, child. You were wise enough to deduce the manner of creature I had become. Alphino, Alize, if any here should beg forgiveness, it is I.
Grandfather, I must ask, will you not tell us what befell during the calamity?
If you haven't figured it out yet, the whole, the person who basically narrated the Realm Reborn section was basically the voice of their grandfather. Sorry, I have a scratchy throat. Louis Soir, yeah. It was Louis Soir's voice that narrated the Realm Reborn.
Yes, yes, of course. You have come far to hear the truth. Let us then begin the tale at the Battle of Cartana, where clashed the forces of the Garlean Empire and the Eorzean Alliance. 'Twas there in the sky above the surging armies that the elder primal Bahamut broke free of the Red Moon Dalamut. In an effort to contain this avatar of destruction, I called upon the 12 to aid me in the creation of a prison of ether. But Bahamut would not be caged by such feeble bars. Too vast was his might, too fierce his rage. Little choice remained to me. I used the last of my strength to entrust our hope unto the future, and prepared to meet my end.
cutscene. Or finding out what happened in Cardano.
As you have no doubt surmised, I did not perish. When the cage built from the essences of the 12 was destroyed, the sky was filled with a colossal cloud of ether. This drifting energy responded to the prayers of those fighting below, and to my own desperate wish that the dying realm be saved by infusing me with the power of a primal. I became the immortal phoenix, ancient symbol of rebirth. Rising into the sky, I struck Bahamut with all my newfound strength. The blow shattered his earthly form, and a shower of ether rained down upon the land. Thus began the rejuvenation of Eorzea. Believing the deed done, I relinquished my hold on that staggering energy, desirous that it should be returned to the realm without delay. But I had not reckoned on Bahamut's tenacious will. Even as he teetered upon the cusp of oblivion, the dragon reached out to claim me. Alas, within my fast fading form, enough remained of the Phoenix's energy to offer Bahamut a hold, and he dragged me along in his wake.
And thus began your existence as the Elder Primal's thrall.
I cannot help but wonder at his will to survive. Though he was all but obliterated, Bahamut found a way to seize the power you surrendered. That would explain why part of his physical form survived to be entombed underground.
It would also explain why Eorzea was so terribly warped. Even as the land sought to restore itself, the returning flow of ether was cut off.
Ah, very good. When his grip on existence was once again secured, Bahamut did not cease his feast until he had consumed every last mote of ether that yet floated in the air.
And still he was not fully restored.
You must remember that by this time, much of the freed ether had already returned to the land. That which remained was not sufficient to reconstruct so massive a form in its entirety. But there did not need to be. Not for a being sustained by the marvels of Allagan technology. As long as some piece of Bahamut persists, the coils will seek it out and continue their regenerative task. The fragments of Dalamud appear motionless from the surface, but deep beneath the ground they had been searching, tunneling through rock and soil towards their escaped prisoner. And, as you have observed for yourselves, they found his heart. Warrior of Light, heed me. You must put a stop to Bahamut's regeneration. Whether it be for man or for dragonkind. The question of justice is irrelevant. The Elder Primal will leave naught but a smoldering wasteland for both his children and ours. I beg you to defend Eorzea and guide its people to the future they yet struggle to find. This portal will take you to the final internment, Hulk. 'Tis time for the tale of Bahamut and his part in the calamity to come to an end.
Yeah. Just about. He just opened the portal for us to leave.
Alvino, Alize, pray, come closer. Your hopes and dreams must no longer be an extension of mine. You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm, your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
Of course, Grandfather. I have already made it my mission to see this newborn Eorzea survive and flourish.
Alize, while I was yet enthralled to Bahamut, you spoke of my faith in man's strength. Know that your words reached me, imprisoned though my soul still was. So forceful was your conviction, I wonder if that belief has not become your own. Perhaps, after all your anger and sorrow was spent, you found something greater within you. See this fight to its culmination. 'Tis also your strength in which I have faith.
Thank you for everything. Pray, take your rest, Grandfather. You deserve it.
There are records of an art that allowed one to summon the power of a primal from the essence of its demise. And though I am no true primal, all that I have left, I give to you. Alvino, Alize, my darling grandchildren. May light's blessings ever keep and protect you.
Come, warrior of light. Our task remains undone.
Oh, see, it says with a party of other players. I mean, I could just duty finder, final coil of Bahamut, turn 4, join. Were you not ready? I'm sorry, I thought you were ready. You kept asking me if I was done with the cutscene. I'm sorry. That's fine. So long as we get done... At least we got through this. I don't know. It would help if I didn't have to keep reading it. At least the last one was all...
a long and arduous road, but at last we reach its end.
voice acted.
Farewell, Bahamut. I banish you back to the ether.
He is not yet whole. I did not think him capable.
Alize! Alize!
I had thought it finally over. I will not survive another blast. No. Is this how I honor my promise to Grandfather?
You must needs find your own reason to fight for this realm. Your own meaning in this sea of chaos. Will you do that for me?
I will, Grandfather. In fact, I believe I already have. That reason has been with me all along, guiding me. Eorzea's blade of light, shearing through endless shrouds of darkness. I have been shown the miraculous feats of which we are all capable, of which I am capable.
Bahamut, you have wreaked enough havoc. I will not let your wrathful fires consume all that we know and love.
How long I have waited to hear you say that. You have found your resolve at last. Let me join my strength to yours. In this place, in this moment, our purpose has become one.
Yeah.
For the future of Eorzea!
This last task is yours, Warrior of Light. You must destroy Bahamut's crystal core.
I love how it showed more than 2 people entering, but there's only 2 of us. Yeah, see, it showed a full party entering, but there's just 2 of us. Ready? I summoned Bahamut to defeat Bahamut. Yeah! We win. Now see, if we hadn't run this unsynced, I would not have been able to summon Bahamut to defeat Bahamut. Thank you, Sub. I appreciate your assistance, sir. You cannot roll on this. Damn.
You did it! But one task remains. With this last coil disabled, there shall be naught left to bind Bahamut to this world. His beloved children will finally know peace. "'Tis done. He is truly gone." You knew, didn't you? You knew what Grandfather had become.
I was not certain, but from all I had gleaned, it seemed a distinct possibility. The scene people describe of the Battle of Cartano was one of unimaginable devastation, and 'tis through the combined prayers of the desperate and an abundant source of ether that primals are born. I merely put two and two together.
And you consider that a sufficient explanation?
Mm-hmm.
Well, however you stumbled across your theory, 'twas this revelation that made you wary of my attachment to Grandfather. You feared that in my obsession I would fall under his primal sway. Is that why you decided to join us? To pull me back should I show signs of wavering?
Pray forgive me, sister. I wished only to protect you. Yet I see now that I needn't have doubted the strength of your conviction. May I ask you a question? What do you now intend to do with the truth you have uncovered?
Which particular truth was that, brother? The fact that desperate prayer gave rise to the primal phoenix? That this new god was responsible for setting Eorzea on the path to rebirth? Should such a tale become common knowledge, people would soon offer up their prayers in earnest. They would beseech Phoenix to complete the healing that was begun.
Yet as you and I know all too well, the very act of calling forth this savior would do more harm to the land than good. We cannot encourage such worship for this very reason. Were Grandfather forced to return as an ether-draining primal, it would undo all that he had worked to protect. Your abiding love for him was the key that unlocked the truth of the calamity. But keys may also serve to seal doors that were best left unopened. Let your love now guide your actions, and lock away deep inside the fate of both Grandfather and Bahamut.
Fear not, Alphino. I understand what must be done. The realm need not know the truth for it to be saved. That the Elder Primal is banished, to return no more. That is enough. Let us make our way back to the surface. Poor Oriange must be beside himself with worry.
Yay. And here we are again, after that descent into darkness. The desolation of northern Thanalan seems paradisal? As promised, I shan't reveal the truth of the calamity to a single soul. However, the nations of Eorzea will require certain assurances that the threat of a new primal is gone. Kept in the dark, overlong, 'tis only a matter of time before they seek answers of their own accord. Let us recommend that the fragments of Dalamud are sealed off, that the truth may rest undisturbed. But first we must go and report to Urianger. It would not do to keep him in suspense. I dare say we shall find him pacing up and down at the cerulean processing plant. Apparently their temporary crystal is gone. That's funny. That's funny. I'm so used to seeing Urianger without the cowl on now. Yeah, where he's wearing the cowl. Because after we defeated the Warrior of Darkness, he decided to stop wearing the cowl. So that was what, Stormblood? Or was that the second half of Heaven's Ward? It was during Stormblood? Yeah, because that's what he was using while he was with the Warrior of Darkness. Ah, the Warrior of Light returneth, undimmed from the depths of darkness. By thy triumphant bearing, I take it thou hast succeeded in thy mission, and yet thou art alone. Mistake me not, dear friend, full glad am I of thy safe return. But where, pray, are Master Alphino and Mistress Alice? Here, my friend, forgive us our lateness. We took the scenic route. Bahamut is no more. The realm is safe. By the heavens, look at you! What horrors your young eyes must have seen. What suffering your young bodies must have borne. Pray tell me, where are you hurt? Your wounds must needs be cleansed and dressed at once. I shall make for you a poultice which draweth out. Be at ease, my friend. We are hale and whole, I assure you. We took a few tumbles, but the worst of our hurts are healed. I believe we have grandfather to thank for that. Master Louisoix, then you met with him once more, but wherefore should Bahamut's thrall seek to ease your suffering? I promise to reveal all to you in due course, dear friend, but first there is a matter which requires our immediate attention. Now that Bahamut is defeated, we deem it best to bar entry to all of the fragments of Dalamud. To this end, we will convince the nation's leaders that the danger is past and invite their cooperation in ensuring that the fragments are never again disturbed. Come, let us depart and seek an audience with them forthwith. A moment, sister. You need not burden yourself with the task. Riange and I will more than suffice. Might you not take this opportunity to rest? The gods know you have earned it. But I am fine, brother. Besides, you have been through as much as I have. Oh, I see now. You would play your game of diplomacy and wish me out of the way. No, naught could be further from the truth, Alize. My lady, 'tis mine earnest belief that your brother hath your best interest at heart. You have more than done your part, and he desireth but to relieve you of a burden he might easily bear alone. Hi. Pretty boy. I have some experience treating with dignitaries, you must allow, and as you never fail to remind me of my fondness for diplomacy, I feel it only right that I remind you of your aversion to it. Then it is settled. Urianger, pray make arrangements for a chocobo carriage. The ride should give us ample time to prepare our story. Alphino. Though our paths are different, we share the same goal, do we not? But of course, dear sister, that which we have just achieved together stands as testament to the fact. Whatever path we choose to take, our hearts shall ever lead us to the same end. Of that I am certain. There you go. Thank you. See, this was supposed to be our first interaction with Alize, instead of it being during the fight with the Warriors of Darkness. I think that's when we first actually having interaction with Alisaie. Is during the Warriors of Darkness. There's a place that I would visit. Might I ask you to accompany me? Yay. I guess. But first, I do believe a change of garments is in order. It won't take a moment. It is weird seeing her wearing the Realm Reborn outfit that we saw her in. You didn't quite eat all the chips, but you did eat most of the pile. He loves his barbecue chips. He ate most of them. There's still a few there. They'll hit the floor when I get up next, and then the dum-dum will probably eat them later. Yes, I am talking about you. She knows I said her name in the same sentence as food. So now she's staring at me. Okay, thank you for your help, Sov. I will probably start working on another one of the raids. But I will make sure I queue up. If I can queue up. Being 1 o'clock, it tends to be harder to queue up for things this late. Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of people up, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you, Sov, for the helping good. Good night, good night. The landscape is the same, of course. There is no reason that it would be otherwise. Though it would be poetic for the fragments to magically disappear, I am well aware that they shall remain long after you and I are gone. The world may change irrevocably, but life shall ever go on. And now Honey is in the way. Honey? Why? Honey? 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 Hashtag Honey TV. Yeah. Hashtag Honey TV. Sorry, I forgot to explain the hashtag Honey game. But I haven't had any viewers today, so... I explained it in the first one I did today. The first one that has the website in the description switched to Redbubble. Honey! You're in the way. I can't read what they're saying. Honey? Come here, baby. Honey? Honey? You're my pretty boy. I can't see what it's saying. Yeah, you're a pretty boy. I still need to gather the other toys that I threw in the hallway. No! What the heck? Come on! No, he didn't want that, apparently. What about your pillow? Want your catnip pillow? We're gonna stare at it. I'm gonna end up pulling all your toys out. Do you want a chopstick instead? I'm gonna have all these toys pulled out, and I'm gonna have to clean them all up later. You want a chopstick? No. Well, we don't want a rubber band bracelet. We don't want a chopstick. Last I checked, your hair tie was still in the hallway. And so is your ball. I don't know. I'm running out of toys. Do you want your sparkly ball? Well, there we go. We'll go for the sparkly ball. Let us take a closer look, shall we? I have no doubt that Alphino will do an admirable job concealing the truth of the calamity. And such truths as were revealed in those dark depths will never see the light of day. I myself agreed that it must be so. But the thought that people of Eorzea shall forever remain ignorant of the Savior, of your deeds, the injustice of it, is almost too much for me to bear. I've been recognized enough. I don't need more recognition, trust me. How typical of you, Jolteon. Ever the heroine. Even so, I cannot deny that I feel better for your reassurance. But I want you to know that I will never forget. You are the one who freed Grandfather's soul and saved Eorzea from Bahamut's wrath. And though these great deeds will never be remembered in song, their consequences will be felt forevermore by every soul who calls this realm home. Yay. That's nice. Yes, this spot will do. For Grandfather Nael and the dragons of Mericidia, for all those who were taken by the calamity. At long last, our struggle with Bahamut is over. the realm given new life, through the prayers and sacrifices of countless souls, may look to a brighter tomorrow. When the dust of our adventure has settled, I shall embark on a journey. I mean to find my own reason to fight for Eorzea, and when I do, I will fight with all my being. You have done so much for me, Jolteon. One day I hope to be able to repay you in kind. I have no doubt but that you will continue to help those in need and grow ever stronger in so doing. I shall endeavor to do the same, and if the 12 are kind, I hope one day to become Eorzea's sword in the darkness, as you are. Come what may, you may rest assured that I will not be outdone by Alphino. Got it, dude! When next we meet, I promise that I will not disappoint you. Till that day, fare you well, my friend, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yay! Bahamut complete. So this set is missing a hand. This set's missing a hat. And this set's missing boots. Looks like this set's missing the weapon. So I almost have 3 full sets of the actual gear. I just have to open them, but I don't want to open them unless I get the rest of the set. So I need to run it again until I get the gloves for this one, the boots for this one, and the hat for this one. Go figure. Okay, what other raids? I should probably set this back to... Okay, so we got Bahamut done. I just need to run them again and hope that I get the pieces that I'm missing. Okay, so we've completed the Realm Reborn raids. I still need to do the second one for this one. And then I've started the sun. I've unlocked the first part in Savage. I think I was trying to get all the pieces of the Void Arc armor. I was missing something. I don't remember what I was missing. Oh dear. I definitely need to work on my summoner index. I need to get the rest of my Okay, I need to keep at least one so that I can equip it while this gets to next level. Okay, well that helped open some things up. That anyway. I do need to work on leveling. My crafters and gatherers and other jobs so that I can get rid of all this low level stuff that's taking up inventory space. There, that will help for when I get new armor and stuff. I'll equip what I need as I go. But I do need to level stuff. Okay, so we'll... I don't remember what... That's, what, level 60? Pretty sure that's not it. I don't know. Honey, 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 honey. Pardon me. Is it maybe in my box already? Void Arc? Void Arc half gloves of striking. Okay. So it looks like we got everything but the chest piece of striking. So we were running it as monk? Huh. Monk or samurai? Well, monk is only 35, so it has to be samurai, because it's a level 66 dungeon, I think. So I got everything but the chest piece. Sad face. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we can try and run the Void Arc and see if we can get the chest piece. Or we can just do the Weeping City of Mach. Let's see if we can get the chest piece. Oh, this is a big raid. Oh, stretchy boy. I guess I can try and work on some of the other plus quests that I have. Hi. Flop. Oh. I see. We brought the hair tie over. And we were flopping to get Mom's attention. Okay. I guess we'll... I mean, this is kind of out of the league for the job that I have equipped, but... Okay, let's try this for the umpteenth time. The only problem with the Makote skirt is in my opinion, it's too short. But it looks good with this shirt. Okay, we'll work on this, whatever this was supposed to be. We started reading it earlier, but I got pulled into the queue. Hello, viewers! Ow! Oh, you must be Jolty. Have the Gleaner sent you here? Very good. You have no idea how relieved I am that you've come. As you may have guessed, I am Pasasun. I work as an alchemist here at the Great Work, and Matsuya is one of my oldest and dearest friends. His is a problem which has proven quite difficult to unravel. Nevertheless, he is loath to ask you for help, and so I took it upon myself to reach out to you without his knowledge. For both his sake and the sake of the little one fate has brought into our lives. He'll be along soon to sell his most recent catch, which should prove the perfect opportunity to convince him that we require your aid. We'll be sure to catch his attention if we wait outside. Follow me, Jolteon. Okay. We at least got this far. And then about this point, my queue popped. Hi. My lovely boy. Ow! Don't bunny kick me. That hurts. Is that Jolteon? Why, I didn't know you and Pasasun were acquainted. Master Matsuya, who is this mighty hunter? Her arms are thick, mighty roots, unlike Pasasun's limp seaweed limbs which shrivel in the sun. It's a talking burb. I would have you know that I am an alchemist by trade. I work with my mind, not my body. And need I remind you, it was my knowledge which allowed me to nurse you back to health. Surely a little respect isn't too much to ask. By the look of your face, I take it you understood Kalika's commentary. This is the little one I mentioned to you before. In spite of his forthright nature, Matsuya and I have become quite taken with him. I apologize for contacting Jolteon without consulting you before. I know you didn't want to burden her with these troubles, but I'm afraid I see no other recourse. Well, since you've come all this way, I suppose it would be foolish of me not to tell you everything. That is, of course, if you would like to hear it. Shoot! Very well. Several days ago, I found this tiny bird on the shore, breathing faintly and unconscious. Pasasun and I took him in and watched over him day and night, unsure if he would ever awake. For a mercy he did, and then to our surprise he spoke. Go to the Southern Isles. What isles are these, you may wonder? Kalika, would you explain? Certainly, Master Matsuya. Your wish is my command. Oh, okay. The South Sea Isles, I believe your kind call them remote and mysterious, 'tis said. I hail from there, from one in the west by the name of Aloalo. It was home to a people thousands of years ago, of whom now no trace remains. save for a grand shrine and the great statue of the speaker enshrined within. The statue was embedded with a glorious gemstone which bestowed vitality and beauty to the island. Nowhere else did nature thrive so long after the builders vanished. Others would cross the sea to bask in this bounty. However, a century ago, from the ocean deep, roiling flames burst forth, forcing the residents of Aloalo to flee, and so the animals who no longer had to fear hunters' arrows laid claim to the island's gifts. As Aloalo healed, ravenous beasts grew plentiful, and the rivers became choked with fish. They breed and feast unchecked, and not even the speaker's blessing can forestall the island's gradual descent into a barren waste. As the speaker's servant, it fell to me to go forth and save my dear home, so I rode the waves upon a floating coconut in search of a mighty hunter. Although the ocean could have swallowed me whole at any moment, I looked to the horizon without fear. I had faith that the speaker would guide me true, and I was right. Master Matsuya is the very hunter who will save Aloalo. You see now the source of my distress. The very thought of facing ravenous beasts makes my trunk shiver in fear. But you could be the hunter our little friend seeks, and sate your hunger for exploration besides. Admittedly, I did not ask because I thought such a trifling task would be beneath you, but you had me at Grand Shrine. Well, if you went alone, you wouldn't come back. You had me at Grand Shrine. It's my pretty boy. If you are as accomplished as Master Matsuya says, I would welcome you to Aloalo with open wings. There is one catch, however. Did you bring your... No, you didn't. He was tippy-tapping my foot like he brought his hair tie back over. If you are as accomplished as Master Matsuya says, I would... there's one catch, however. Blah, 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 blah. Master Matsuya must come. You see, the speaker guided me into his embrace, and that is a sign I cannot ignore. Poor guy. I have ever had a soft spot for small, defenseless creatures, and while I am no man of action, I possess knowledge of the South Seas, which may put wind in your sails, as it were. What are you over there eating? Oh, did you find pieces of chips? Many of the fish native to the Isles are prized for their rare properties, and would make a fine gift for any alchemist. Nidhana would be most impressed if you were to brave unknown waters and bring her a few. A gift for Nidhana? He must have a crush on Nidhana. Yes, I'll go. I'll go and find the plumpest fish I can find. As for you, Jolteon, it seems I must burden you with my troubles after all. I know it's a lot to ask, but please travel with me to Aloalo Island. Okay. Meow. Master Matsuya, you wear resolve well. Every moment I become more certain of your success. Now let us depart before this swell of courage recedes. Aloalo is south from here, as the albatross flies. You will know it by the unusually lush canopies. No, Kilika, you must stay here. The wounds you suffered have yet to heal. Rather presumptuous of you to command me thus. But you are right, I can scarcely lift my wings for the pain. Fear not, your instructions were more than clear enough to guide Jolteon and Matsuya to Alo Island. Since I can't accompany you, I'll see to the commissioning of a vessel for your voyage. Once you're ready to depart, let us rendezvous at Yedli Mud. Okay. I should probably be level 90 stuff to do this. Or I'm going to get my booty stomped. Who are they? Hello? Huh. Did you hear that, Zazone? A jewel bigger than you, just waiting for someone to sail to that island and give it a new home. Can't say I made out every little bit, Chizume, but I got the salient points treasure in the South Sea Isles, ripe for the pluck and eye? Seems you were onto something with the wild chocobo chase. Was Therm. Rumors of wild riches rarely pay off this well. Aye, but that lot might be after the same thing. We'd be in for some competition. No need to get your small clothes in a twist over one fisherman and his hired help. These ears aren't just for show, you know. I heard them spill the exact location. This score smells bigger than the Melvin Gate one. I wager we'll be richer than kings. Get your gear in order, you two. We're commandeering the first skiff we lay eyes on. The Rogan doesn't look like he wants to. Okay. Well, this'll be interesting. I don't know if this is supposed to be part of the Elephant Beast Tribe quest, or if it's something completely different. I guess we'll find out, won't we? The Lalafell looks familiar. I think I've seen him somewhere before. I may have dealt with those three before. Or at least the Lalafell. There you are. Did you spy the commotion on your way here? It seems a trio of masked scoundrels absconded with one of the smaller ships. The Radiant host is attempting to track them down, but the sea is vast and the thieves long gone. Let us give thanks that they did not choose our vessel. Honey! I love you. Hashtag Honey TV. My goodness. No? I'm running out of things to throw. You have so many things that I've thrown in there. Throwing your pillow is not going to do anything. You don't chase your pillow. You just like to bunny kick your pillow. You didn't see it, but it bounced off the TV and hit the floor. Or at least it didn't go behind the TV. You're kind of in the way, sir. I love you. You're in the way, sir. Oh! Meow! Yeah? You just needed me to get up? You just needed me to get up? If I brought your food out here, would you get up on the thing and eat it in my lap? Is that what you want? Are you hungry? Well, I don't want to sit in my room. All these toys in the hall. And apparently in my bedroom on the floor. Come on. Come out in the living room and eat. I'll put my feet up and you can hashtag honey chair. This is not for you, this is for the cat. Oh, that figures. Come on. Come on. Come on. Pikachu, I will put you on the floor. Ow, don't grab. You want to be... Excuse me. Go see Daddy. Go see Daddy. She just bit my finger because I tried to put her down. Because she won't let Honey eat. Yeah. He's trying to let Honey eat up here in my lap, and she's being a brat. Come on, honeys. Now he's gonna go attack the dog. How dare she bite me? I just need my chest. I've got to remember my rules. Apparently he's super excited. The Dog's on the floor, his food's in my lap. Get her, honey. Tell her she's naughty. Yeah, that's right. Okay, the flashing lights are right. So if he's hungry, he has to rely on me. He's a dingo. Yeah. My pretty baby. I figured I'd make it easier for him to bring things from here. Unfortunately, the dog doesn't like to share food and thinks that any food is hers. So she wasn't going to let him eat. Because she thinks it's her food. Huh, honeys? Naughty puppies, huh? Yeah. I don't remember how this works. out for something coming up, right? The chess piece for tonight. It's the only piece I need. And I'll have a full set. And then I can worry about the other sets. I don't know why I was going after the set for this. I need the one for Fujita's Monk Samurai. Come on. Oh. Now I see. I remember this thing like splits apart. And we have to fight it separately. Right, so the fuchsia ones are like fuchsia ones. Honey. Really? Come on, honey. I didn't even get the minion. Sad face. I forgot I still needed the minion on that. Yeah, I didn't get the minion. Dang it. I forgot I hadn't gotten the minion on that yet. Honey, I have your food right here. Come eat. Come on. Come here, baby. Hey, look, Daddy made it to where I can see again. Come here, babies. Mommy's got food. You hungry? He would rather I go in there and lay down on the bed. Honeys. Cheers. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, yeah. Well, I guess I could end it here and stream more maybe tomorrow after I get off with Shio and them. We'll see. Okay, well, stay crazy. Have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is when you're watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can get notifications when I'm streaming. Check out the website in the description. My buddy Shio did a great job. It is a new site. It's different from the one they had in the past. It's no longer threadless. It is now Redbubble. But yeah, check that website out. He's got some pretty cool designs. He doesn't have any Jolty Plays ones up yet, but he's working on new designs for that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!